Hi, I'm Rees. Last week I had an anaesthetic at the hospital. An anaesthetic is when a doctor gives you medicine so that you don't feel, hear or see anything during a test or operation. It's a bit like a really deep sleep. The doctor gives you an anaesthetic for as long as you need it, and when they stop the anaesthetic, you wake up. Shall I tell you what it was like for me? Getting ready. It's best if you take a few things with you to the hospital. I packed some pyjamas, my toothbrush, a book, and my favourite toy. You must not have any food in your tummy when you have an anaesthetic, so I couldn't have anything to eat. I had a drink of water so that I wouldn't feel too thirsty. Meeting the nurse. At the hospital, a nurse weighed me on the scales so the doctors would know how much medicine to give me later. The nurse checked my temperature and gave me a name band for my wrist to tell everyone I was Rees Bear. Different kinds of anaesthetic. I met my anaesthetist. That's the doctor who looked after me during my anaesthetic. Anaesthetics can be started with a tiny tube in your hand or with a mask. We talked about the best way for me. You can have cream on your hands to stop the tiny tube from feeling too sore. The anaesthetic medicine goes into the tiny tube and works very fast indeed. The mask smells like felt tip pens and takes a bit longer to work. You still need the tiny tube in your hand after the mask in case you need more medicines later, but you can't feel anything after the mask. Nearly time for the operation. I had a bit of time to play before my operation. My nurse asked me to put on a hospital gown. Some children were wearing pyjamas instead. You might be given some medicine on the ward. This could be to stop you from feeling sore after the operation or to help you feel sleepy before it. The anaesthetic room. In the anaesthetic room, there were machines called monitors to help look after me all the time. One of my parents could come with me into the room. Then when I was asleep, my parents waited for me. I knew they weren't far away. During my operation, I don't remember anything, but my anaesthetists stayed with me all the time. They looked after me and gave me the anaesthetic. The recovery room. When my operation was finished, the anaesthetist turned off the anaesthetic medicine so I could wake up. A nurse looked after me in the recovery room until my parents could be with me. I felt a tiny bit sore at first. The nurse gave me some medicine straight away, and soon I felt better. Feeling hungry. When I started to feel hungry again, the nurse let me have something to eat and drink. That felt better. Staying in hospital. I needed to stay in hospital for one night. What if my parents could stay with me? Time to go home. Everyone at the hospital was very kind, but I was glad when it was time to go home. Bye bye.